Skate on a bitch like my shoes is Vans. Don't swear to God, but with women, goddamn. Always fall in love with a bitch, I got a man. You don't fuck with me, said I always like brand. Forgot that I fuck, no, I used to pop Zans. Now you on a nigga when you see I got bands. Talking about a marriage, I already got plans. I'm not ready to say I chose her. I'm not ready to say I chose her. I'm a player, yeah, girl, you know that. Babe, I like you, but can you hold up? I'm not ready to say I chose her. I'm not ready to say I chose her. I'm a player, yeah, girl, you know that.
Alright, y'all, welcome to the latest episode of the Siren Hip Hop Podcast. We're with Kapo Bravado. We're here to celebrate a little bit. He actually just released a mixtape called Seldom, available now on all mixtape platforms.
Thanks.
Yup. So, Kapo, tell me a little bit about Seldom and the conception of the tape.
Well, basically, Seldom is me. It's a metaphorical meaning.
Okay.
Money grows on trees.
Mm-hmm.
Because it does. You know, it's made out of paper.
That's true.
And all that. And Seldom is basically a part of an installment. I'm gonna have it to where it makes one sentence.
Okay.
It's gonna be like Seldom but smoke the gas.
That's a good idea.
Dig? So
I like that.
So it's a part of a first installment because this is gonna be my avenue to let raps off. Mm. Because when I'm about to take my career, it's gonna be strictly some superstar shit going on.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be real single based.
Okay.
It's going, I'm gonna hop in that numbers game and I'm gonna kill it.
Yeah.
Sure. So, but I know not everybody wants that kind of music from me, so I'm using Seldom as an avenue to let off raps, like quote unquote raps, no auto tune, no catchy hooks, like strictly me expressing myself.
For sure.
Cause I love rap.
Yeah, and I like that a lot. That's a good idea as far as really separating, what's most likely going to be commercially successful, to what your core fans want to hear, what the fans that have been riding with you for a little while are going to want to hear. So tell me a little bit, what I heard on Seldom was a lot of lyricism and also a lot of storytelling. That's one of the things that I've noticed is a strong suit of yours is the storytelling aspect. So how did you get to be such a strong storyteller in your music?
I just tell the truth. I really be trying to be lyrical, man. I really like if I had the option of how I wanted my raps to be, like, I'd be up there with Eminem and Wayne. But I guess when I get in front of the microphone, I just start talking about my life.
Yeah,
like I don't use as much references as I should to be referred to as lyrical. I just be rapping about my life, but I be thinking about that. I be thinking that shit sound fire.
It does. It sounds good,
but
man.
But yeah, just being sensitive to what's going on in my life and like not venting to the internet, not venting to other people. I turn the microphone on.
Put it in the music.
I joke around on the internet. I can't use the internet as my therapy, but when I turn that microphone on, it's easy to let it all out. So that's what I do.
Yeah, and that's something that I really appreciate about your music. You can plug in and just get taken to another place because you are telling such vivid stories. You're telling your real life. You're not out here just throwing anything out there just for it to sound good. You want to spin a tale with it as well.
Yeah, the last thing I want to do is lie.
Yeah,
that's because
that's Kapo Bravado.
Yeah, I don't even know how to I don't even know how people make music that's not revolving around what they see, because it's real hard. I've tried to step into those shoes before. Like I ghostwrite. And when I ghostwrite for females, it's super hard because I don't have them. I wrote some killer songs for females, but it was hard for me to make them.
It's not your story.
Yeah, because it's I don't know them shoes like that. So I don't know, man. I try to put my all into the music because I love this shit.
Absolutely, bro.
I love this shit.
And just to recap, Seldom a little bit. So some of the highlights of the tape, what I heard on there as far as storytelling especially, we got Mary Help Those in Need, which is actually it's framed as a prayer to the ganja here, so I love that.
Thanks. Yeah, that song, I was on my body for that song.
Yeah,
I tell people that all the time. Like I felt like somebody was watching me.
I heard you chanting at the end, bro. You're like, Hail Mary, Hail Mary. I'm like, I already know he was in the zone.
Yeah, like I felt out my body when I made that. I hope I can rap like that again, but I don't know.
I don't know if I'm gonna touch it.
I felt like a ghost took over my body when I made that shit. Yeah, Married Health Those in Me. That's.
Yeah.
I'm happy you got 4 because that's
Love
at the
that
bottom. So
yeah, bro. I listen to everything. So another standout to me was Melanie, which is an ode to the black women out there, which
Facts.
I love that. Love the concept of it. You know, that's a space that's not necessarily represented in rap music a lot, is the appreciation for black women, for our mothers, for our sisters, you know, whatever it may be. And that's crazy considering what rap music is, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nah, Melanie is a special song to me because I try my best to like avoid cursing. I try my best to like really approach that song differently than what I usually approach songs, and I'm surprised so many people because I just don't be expecting my music to get out there like because I don't think I'm famous, you dig? But so many people been hearing me about that song and that made me happy. I'm like,
that's fire.
Cause I really like because I love black women.
I feel you.
Black women are shit, and I didn't mean that song in a sexual way. I meant that song in strictly in a empowering way, and I'm usually talking sexual.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
it was straight respect on that.
Yeah, facts.
I liked it.
Facts.
Yeah, bro, and the tape is really sample heavy. So, you know, some of the samples that I heard were on the song "Holding On." I really like that one a lot. I mean, that you turn that on, it's just a smooth listen, man.
Holding On is, man, like. I wish I could ease out. Like, once I'm rich, I'm going to do the Tory Lanez. I'm going to be able to clear all this shit. But sampling, clearing that to put on Apple,
That's going to be hard. That one is going to be hard for sure.
Not going to happen. But I might do a YouTube video. So
okay.
I might try it. But I know that's one we're not clearing. It's just too.
It's too classic, too timeless. It'll take a lot of cheddar for sure. So tell me a little bit about, because I saw a tweet on your Twitter page. You said that you're going to be essentially looking at what the most streamed songs on the project are and releasing those on Apple Music, Spotify, that sort of thing. So what is that process going to look like? Are you just going to go based strictly off of numbers? Are you going to go off of what are your favorites?
Numbers, personal feedbacks, and not my favorites. Cause I'm learning we ain't gotta drop everything because I love it.
Yeah.
You know, like we should really be catering to our audiences.
Absolutely.
And our people that supporting us. So like that's why we gonna base it strictly off of them and see what they like and see what's worthy. Cause it's also getting to the point now. I know I make a lot of music and I just don't want to oversaturate myself.
Right.
So I'd rather give people what they love and love only.
Yeah.
Keep feeding them dope. Ain't no point in giving them stepped on work.
Absolutely.
Like, all good shit only. Like I want the rest of my career to be 9 skips. 9 skips each project.
I like that. Because to me, like one of the biggest things when I find a new artist is if I can put on your tape and I can listen to it from track 1 to track 10 if there's 10 tracks and just listen all the way through without a skip. I love that. So that's how people, you know, how you become people's favorite.
Yeah, that's how it should go. That's how it should go each time. Like I hate to hoard music, but I'm also not about to just half-ass and give people these fucking songs that are just recorded just because. So now, like, it's just way more serious and way more detailed with Kapo Bravado career. Like, you gonna see, bro.
So that's why it is important for you guys to get out there and listen to the project. Give this man some feedback. You know.
Yeah.
Really
I need all that. I need all that. If you like, even if you hate it. I like all that type of feedback, you know. I need to know what I can improve on because I'm still growing as an artist, and I'm trying to be the best one to ever do it. Period.
Yeah, bro. That's something that I really appreciate about you is that you're a man of the people. You know who at the end of the day is going to be fueling your career and who's going to be out there consuming the music that you put out and whatever you put out there. So I appreciate that. This man is a man of the people. You know, he interacts with his fans on Twitter. He talks to them all day, and he doesn't call them fans. He calls them family, you know. So I appreciate
I ain't got no fans. Like, maybe, you know, when I get that Grammy, I'll start referring to people as fans and shit. Yeah. But it's going to take all that. Like, I can't be calling people fans just because they support. I'm little old me.
Right.
I'm little old me right now. But I am going to be a superstar.
Absolutely, bro. So, speaking of superstar, like, one thing I've noticed in your music is I really like your flow because you can go from just flowing and vibing on a track and being smooth with it to all of a sudden, like, one thing that I really appreciate is, and I don't know if you even notice it sometimes, but you just start, like, talking on the track just to get a thought off, irregardless of the beat. Sometimes you're like, man, forget the beat for a couple seconds. Let me just get this thought off real quick. I'm gonna say what I need to say, and then you just jump right back into the flow.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. That's a really cool thing.
I appreciate you recognizing that.
Yeah, bro. Whenever I listen, I'm like, and that's something that sets you apart from your peers, sets you apart from everybody else out there. You kind of do your thing on the track, and I'm sure it has something to do with that outer body type of thing where you're just getting in that zone and you're like, man, I'm gonna get my thoughts off and I don't care about, whatever else is going on.
I'm really big on impressing myself. Mm-hmm. You dig? When I record, like, I gotta be able to play that bitch back 20 times in one night and I get tired of it. Like, I hop on a skateboard and I just take off with the earphones playing that song. Yeah. It gotta be able to do that to me. If it don't do that to me, I'm not going to even keep it, and I'm not going to even release it. So everything I release, like, you could just, I'll be in my zone when I make them bitches. Yeah. It's no games being played when that microphone say record ever.
So are you recording on a daily basis? And I'm assuming.
Yeah, it used to be much heavier. Life has hindered me from recording as much as I want to. Mm-hmm. Cause I run businesses now and I gotta go chase down that bag. Yeah. And so that hinders the process, but it's still every day. It used to be ridiculous. Like it used to be, if I'm awake 18, 20 hours, 16 of those hours were spent recording. Okay. So now it's really my mornings and my nights get spent recording. I spend a day chasing the bag, but as soon as I wake up, I'm gonna turn that mic on and knock out a couple songs, and soon before I go to sleep, we definitely leaving. We definitely leaving with one for me to listen to, So, yeah, it's not as much as it used to be. Though it will get back up there.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what you guys are listening to now is obviously a product of the hard work and the consistent recording because. Some things you record, it's just not. It's not the one. It's not something that you want to release out to the public.
You gotta keep swinging.
You gotta get it out of you sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta keep swinging, and I swing for the fence each time. Like I'm easily gonna make out a month. Even if I don't record every day, if I don't record a long time every day, out a month, I'm still gonna leave each month with 30 songs. Okay. Easy.
You gotta be consistent with
it. Yeah, easy.
So. Tell me a little bit. You're in Phoenix now by way of New Orleans, Louisiana. So tell me a little bit about your early life in Louisiana and just how you got to where you are now in Phoenix.
What sent me to Phoenix was I had to finish the last of high school out here. I got arrested in New Orleans, and my mom was like, "Go live with your daddy." Yeah, and I didn't understand why my pops long. He kicked me out. We started fighting.
Okay. And I know that.
And I met this dude over here to the right of me, DL. I met Hilly, and it just drew me to state. I stayed there for a little bit. I moved back to New Orleans before, and I moved to California for 3 years. But Arizona, I always come back to it. It's always mutual. I like mutual turf. Yeah. In New Orleans, ain't much mutual turf. Okay. I can't skateboard everywhere in New Orleans because of how small it is. And in California, I can't skateboard everywhere because I was staying at Long Beach. Yeah. It's just, that's just not the deal. Arizona, I could just throw my earphones on like a skateboard anywhere.
Anywhere you want to go, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, the people here are cool. So that's all that was. But I've been moving around my whole life, ever since Katrina, honestly. So.
Yeah, bro. So tell me about that a little bit. If you're open to sharing the story and the experience behind that. I saw a tweet of yours the other day where you were talking about how the Carter 2 actually affected you in the midst of Katrina. So tell me what the experience was like, just growing up, moving place to place because of Katrina, and eventually
it was actually it was surreal. It was surreal. You start off in a fucking hotel in Mississippi, and then you get sent to Memphis, and then you get sent to Georgia, and then you get sent to another part, Augusta, to Atlanta, and it was just I wasn't fitting in nowhere, bro. Okay, yeah. I wasn't fitting in nowhere. I'm a little bit more proper now. You dig? Right. I know how to articulate a little bit better, but back then I was for real like strictly New Orleans. I couldn't speak no other language.
Okay, I feel you.
So it was really hard to like connect with anybody, but it also slowly taught me how to connect with people.
Yeah.
I thank God for all the traveling I done because I'm a man of many hats now. You know, I could go to Mexico and survive.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, I think at the time, obviously, you don't think it's a good thing that you're having to hop around to all these places and that you're experiencing a tragic thing like that when you're young. But I mean, now I'm sure you look at it from the perspective of, you know, I've traveled to a lot of places. I've seen a lot of different people.
That's all it was for me. Like the other parts that the news show y'all, or the sympathy part that they try to have, I didn't go through that. Fortunately, I didn't go through like family drowning and shit.
Okay, yeah.
I had homies, and that was only 2. I had homies that fucking got caught in Katrina, but like as far as like super close to me, family and losing everything, no, my basement was flooded. Okay. That's it. My basement was flooded. Okay. My house got broken into. We gotta worry about shit like that.
Yeah, of course.
We gotta worry about niggas trying to kill us and shit. Like the storm wasn't that ain't even the toughest hardship I done been through. Yeah. You know, it was just something that had me moving around. For sure. All the time. I got to see Texas. I got to get it rocking in Texas. I got to get it rocking in Georgia, Mississippi, Memphis. I done saw a good corner of the map off of that, you know, at a very young age. Yeah, and that prepares you for the stage that you're at right now. Like, if you wouldn't have moved around so much when you were a kid, you might not have been made such an easy adjustment in Arizona. Thanks. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you treat this like your home now, from what I can see and from what I understand. Like, you're always showing love. You treat this as your second home, or the place where you're comfortable at. It is. Arizona. I'm rocking with Arizona. Yeah, absolutely. Especially in the creative scene, man. Like, I see all the time. You're always showing love. Like, you're always trying to put other people on. This is somebody good for you to listen to, you know, whatever it may be. Because they remind me of New Orleans, you know, like, Arizona, just like New Orleans, as far as they got a fucking rap on every corner. Yeah, for sure. Like, Arizona full of niggas on this music shit. And I fuck with that because my city just like that. My city just like that. So I love the fact that people trying to be creative because, I mean, they dreaming. You know, a lot of people get caught up in strictly working and they killing themselves doing it. You know, a lot of people get caught up in strictly working, like Arizona. Like, I fuck with the fact this bitch just like my city and it's full of dreamers. Yeah, it really is, man. And that's something that I've been tapping into a lot more recently. Is just there's so many people out here doing so many different things, from musicians to producers to videographers, you know, whatever it is that you can think of. And people are doing that shit like really uniquely too. Like a lot of scenes, you'll see people who, okay, like there's one person who kind of popped off and everybody sounded like them coming out of that city. But Arizona, I mean, there's so many different sounds. There's so many different things going on here. Niggas start to get looks out here, bro. Yeah, for sure. They don't get recognized by everybody, but niggas been taking steps in the right direction. Like, you got people like Brown Boy Maj. You got the dude who was just on The Voice. You dig? Like, I fuck with Easy. I fuck with Easy the long way. Like, I bring a lot of New Orleans people out here. New Orleans people. Like, like, I be seeing it even on the internet. I be seeing it on Twitter, Instagram. Like, I see like my Arizona follows on somebody from New Orleans comments. Okay. You're like, that's me. Yeah, like, I'm bridging the gap. Right. So tell me a little bit about like the creative scene in New Orleans as well. That's something I'm curious about. Is it kind of similar to? We full of talent though. Oh, I know. We full of shout out LG. You heard me? Shout out Sleazy. Shout out Gus. I've heard some of Sleazy stuff. Sleazy go like nuts. Yeah. Sleazy go nuts, man. Like she one of the best out there. For sure. I put money behind her. Like Sleazy, like. She eat niggas lunch, she now, you got Crucial, you got, man, that city there, you got Paper Chase, Lord, the city, I love back home, but the city out there, the scene pretty similar. I think New Orleans might be a little bit more flashier, and Easy is a little bit more artistic, like, that makes sense, you know, like they trying to stun out there. You gonna see a nigga with a Rolex on, or you gonna see a nigga with a chain on, you gonna see a nigga with 50 bands in a video. I feel you. You hear me? So New Orleans might be a little bit more flashy. About Easy is a little bit more on the creative side. Yeah, it's a little more low key here, a little more focused on the art itself, maybe. But
I mean, both, either way that you approach it, there's going to be people, I'm confident just from what I've heard in the New Orleans scene, what I've heard in the Arizona scene, there's going to be people that are coming out of there pretty soon.
Bruh, it's about to pop.
Yeah, for sure.
Me and my homie Ray should be having conversations all the time. Like, damn, nigga, like, you feel good?
Yeah.
Like, you feel like something good about to happen right now? Like, that's all. Like, that's the only vibes we've been having lately. It's like, oh, it's about to crack. Like,
yeah, bro.
Oh, the safe opening.
And so, tell me about that a little bit. I know you've been around, some people pretty recently who have popped up onto the scene in a major way. We were talking about this a little bit before, we started filming. So you actually opened up for Rod Wave at one point in the city, correct?
He brought me on a whole tour. It was like 5 cities. That was August. And each show wasn't popping. He had the the Oakland show was the best one. That shit went dumb, but like some of the shows was like semi-full. It wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
It wasn't crazy. So like seeing that to like him hopping on the Kevin Gates tour and seeing what it is now.
I was gonna say, let's see a Rod Wave show now. You already know it's gonna be popping. Like be tons of people.
Like
there.
To see it happen in what it is, November, December. What's that? 3 months?
3 months.
That left a nigga inspired.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is gettable and it's right. It's right in reach because his people was fucking with me.
Yeah, bro.
His people was like, who you?
Yeah.
Kapo Bravado. Like,
that's me.
We right. All right. And I'm like, yeah. So like this shit like. It's right next door to us, man.
It is. It's within reach, and
it's right next door. We just got to make the proper sacrifices to get it. And I'm working on that.
Yeah. So, tell me a little bit about the experience touring with Larry June as well.
That's been fun.
Yeah.
Shout out my team. Shout out Larry June too. Like that's like homie that gave me so much fucking free game. Game niggas usually charge you for.
Yeah, he's just showing love.
And he's showing me how to get out the trunk for real. That nigga Larry June, a new Master P. For real.
That's a big statement.
That nigga Larry June, a new Master P in this bitch.
Merch, you heard it here.
I'm telling you, Larry, I'm seeing him get it out the trunk. Like, I don't even want to disclose how many numbers like that, but these what I just seen him making a night.
Yeah.
Lord.
Again, leaves you inspired, right?
Yeah, like more than inspired. I'm gonna get it. Like
yeah.
He showed me like he turned the maze into a fucking puzzle. He from having to figure it out to like, nah, here it go. Now you just gotta put the pieces together.
Yeah.
And so, man, Larry, full of game, though, free game.
I like that what you just said. Turn the maze into a puzzle.
Yeah.
If you hear me using that anytime soon, like, don't hate on me.
I use that, man.
Yeah.
Use that, man. Yeah.
I like that a lot.
That's legit what he did. He turned the maze into a puzzle, and ever since then, I just been putting the pieces together.
Yeah, bro. So speaking of, just being around greatness and being around people who are really, really in the game doing this for a long time, can you tell me a little bit about the show that you have coming up with Currency next week here in Arizona?
That's gonna be popping, but me and Currency, that started like a while ago with a dude that used to try to play the role as my manager. He really just my brother, period. We just all make money together, out of town gang. He was like, let's book him. He was like, that nigga like, he's like, y'all from New Orleans? Y'all, man, come on, y'all smokers, y'all from New Orleans, this makes sense. Let's book him.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, cool. We put our money together, a lot of money together.
Yeah.
But the show sold out. 2,000 people plus. Like fire marshals threatening to shut us down. I'm out there passing out weed. I bought like 1,000 joints, literally.
It ain't a spitter show without the joints.
I bought 1,000 joints, passing them out. People going crazy, lighting on, and ever since then, Currency manager took a liking to me. He was like, all right, you a little hustler, huh? Come on, man,
sure.
move something out here. You hear me? And then I booked him one more time. And then the rest of the times I done perform with him, niggas book me now.
Okay.
They're like, oh, Currency coming?
We
need Kapo on there too.
Yeah.
You hear me? So, but what I was saying. So anyway, Yeah, so the second time I booked them, we sold that bitch out. Another person in Currency camp, I don't want name drop, I don't want to be no clout chase, but another person in the camp was like, nigga, you my nigga now.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah. And then
it's like that.
He like, man, look, we rocking with you each time. Each time. And that same dude is the one who got me the show on 420. Like, Musa hit me up, Spitter Manager hit me up, like, yeah, come on, man, you coming to New Orleans.
Yeah.
And them niggas treated me like a real rapper. That's like the first time. Like, they upped my stock.
Okay.
Shout out Jet Life. Shout out Currency. Shout out
Absolutely.
Musa. Shout out Greg. You did. Shout out DJ Kelly Green.
Yep.
But, they really upped my stock because when I saw how they treated me, I noticed what I deserved.
Absolutely.
Because they gave me a green room. Yeah, man, that bit. You need anything? Like, yeah, them niggas spoiled. I'm like,
real professional. You're like,
yeah.
what?
And I'm like, this shit crazy.
Yeah.
Sold out show. So, like, niggas was outside. The tickets started at $25. By the time the show was cracking, niggas was selling tickets outside for $120.
What?
Scalping the fuck out the tickets.
Man.
Yeah, so, like, yeah, Spitter that dude. We ain't got no crazy personal relationship. But I talk to his people and, like,
yeah. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah,
so
a lot more free game.
Absolutely.
A lot. This bit full of the rap game. If you let it happen, if you let the universe guide you the rap game and give you a bunch of rich uncles.
Yeah.
That tell you what you need to do.
Yeah, I like that. Especially if you're open to it and you're just out here moving.
You
right.
just gotta listen. Like
yeah.
you just gotta listen. Like me as an artist, I am not no stubborn nigga. Even if you told me a song garbage, I probably won't believe you. But I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna be like, all right, let me see what you didn't like about it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how it's really been. And man, the universe then dropped the blessings on me. They drop them. They just show you like, nigga, this how you supposed to be doing this.
Right.
And I'm like, all right.
Let's get it then.
Yeah. So that's how it's been.
Yeah, bro. So speak to me a little bit more about maybe some of your musical influences, because I'm sure, coming from New Orleans, Currency has to influence you at least a little bit. I know, you're a big Wayne fan, so tell me a little bit more about those influences of yours.
The whole New Orleans influenced me really. It's not just Wayne. Wayne is of course the godfather of rap. I don't think my nigga get enough credit.
Absolutely not.
I don't think he get enough credit. Wayne like the GOAT. But of course Currency. But you also got Juvenile. You got BG. You also got the people that's my age and younger from New Orleans. They inspire me too.
Yeah.
Like a nigga named Weed Jones. They got a nigga named Nino Calvin. I fuck with the whole everything my city do influence me. And also the great thing about that is everything outside of my city influenced me.
You're a sponge.
Yeah, facts. I got Spanish songs and all that.
Yeah.
It's not a game.
That's true, bro.
Like, I'm really out of town, nigga. Like, I can't be strictly a New Orleans nigga because the earth my turf. I could put a pillow on any piece of ground out shit. From fucking Nebraska to fucking Juarez in Mexico. Like, I'm straight.
And I've noticed that in your music too, because sometimes, obviously you got the New Orleans drawl. You have a flow that's sometimes reminiscent of some of those great New Orleans artists, and then sometimes you just pull one out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, I never heard that before.
I didn't happen to have a sound. I see a lot of people making money off of having a sound, and that's value. But I ain't happen to have no sound. I happen to be an artist.
Yeah, you want to be a complete artist.
I'm gonna be a superstar first. I'm not about to be like, oh, get used to my flow.
Yeah, and this is just gonna be what it is. I feel that. I like that a lot, and especially the beat selection as well. I mean, sometimes. You said you got a Spanish song. I've heard some things that are a little more West Coast influence, a little more Southern influence. So
yeah, how could I be a Currency fan but not be a Dime Kennedy fan?
Right, absolutely.
You dig?
Yeah. Like
Dime Kennedy, Sugar Free, DJ Quick. How could I not listen to them legends?
Yeah,
it bang out shit.
Absolutely. So another thing that I kind of want to touch on, as far as just the theme of you being able to just kind of plop down anywhere and make that your home. You got a song with the homie Cafe Pico. That one's called FINA Orleans. Tell me a little bit, tell the people out there a little bit about that one. That's actually one of my favorite collabs.
Man, me and Pico got a whole project together.
Okay. It's under wraps right now.
Artists move how artists move, and I told him we could release it.
Yeah.
Pico, the man asked me, he know the song.
Let's get it.
Stallion in here too. we disappointed, nigga. It should be out.
Pico, let's go.
It should be out. Pico got me in a whole nother bag. I'm on that whole shit rapping like I'm a West Coast nigga.
Okay. I
Like
like that.
I'm on that whole shit, DJ Quick inspired and shit, sugar free. All have been bumping. So.
Speaking of Pico, I know he was talking about the other day of setting up something, with a bunch of different Arizona artists and producers and engineers, and getting them in the studio for 4 or 5 days and just kicking out a tape, just really aiming to inspire.
If executed, that'll be fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you going to be a part of that?
If Pico hit me,
all right.
He can hit me. I'm down for whatever.
Yeah.
If Pico hit me, I always support my cafe, bro.
Yeah,
that's my nigga.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so tell me a little bit more about, I know you're releasing a lot of music, or you have released a lot of music. We talked about, the extensive catalog that you have. So what is next for you in terms of releasing music, touring, and, plans?
I'm going to wrap up the second leg as Larry June tour.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to just get famous.
That's a good idea.
No, I mean, like...
It is what it is.
That's really about to happen.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like, it's about to be, like, some old quote-unquote local shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm out of here.
I don't even doubt you.
I'm out of it. Like, the Illuminati Contract has kicked in.
Yeah.
And I am in phase 3.
So that is one more thing that I want to hear about, that Illuminati Contract kicking in. So I know you were talking at one point about having a label meeting, and they were trying to get you to sell out. They were trying to get you to, post all this clout chasing stuff on Twitter, all this stuff on Instagram, just...
Nah, see, that's not the Illuminati. Them niggas, them just some fugazi niggas. The Illuminati way more beneficial than that. Okay. Like, I'm fucking with the Illuminati.
Yeah.
But the niggas, I went to a couple places, like, and I had a bunch of deals on the table from these sister companies of bigger companies.
Okay.
And they tell you the way that they about to use you to get on, and it's crazy to hear. And it's
it really
true.
is.
It be work, and it be working sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It actually works sometimes. And what they offer you is, look, we're gonna run your Instagram, we're gonna run your Twitter.
Right.
You're gonna do this goofy shit. You're gonna do this goofy shit. We about to buy you some followers and likes.
Yeah.
So they think your shit already popping.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do this for like 6 months. You're gonna be famous.
Right. And honestly, like, when you are tuned into that and you understand what's happening, you can go through and look at so many different artists that are out right now.
They fall off. It don't even work.
Yeah.
It don't work for long.
And you can see that blueprint at play over the course of, the receipts are all there. You can see their Instagram. You can see what they've been doing in order to get that clout and get up that following.
Niggas know, nigga, you know, whoever watching.
We know who it is.
You got 1,000 followers on Instagram, and you posted your Spotify numbers yesterday and got 1 million plays. Shit don't make no sense.
Yeah, bro. So, I know that's something that I appreciate, is that you don't want to sell out to that.
If my numbers low,
mm-hmm.
It's just what they is. I ain't about to add no fucking spices to my food. My food already seasoned.
Yeah.
I'm not about to fix no numbers. Nah. We not pump faking no numbers.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Weird.
All right, Kapo. Well, I appreciate you, just walking us through the conception of the album, just some of the personal stories that you shared with us, as well as, what's going to be next for you. So I really appreciate you coming out today, being on the show.
Thank you, bro.
Anything that you want to say to the audience in closing?
Seldom out now. I'm about to become a superstar. So with that being said, once I'm a superstar, I'm going to be making superstar music. If you like hip-hop, if you like rap, this is a time capsule for you to keep. It's no auto-tune. It's not a lot of hooks. I'm really rapping and storytelling, and I'm better than the other nigga that's writing down his rhymes.
Yeah.
I'll eat him. I battle rap too. You dig? I was really put to be the best rapper, but God told me He want me to be the best superstar, so that's what I gotta do. But if you like hip hop, beat, bop, rap over samples, you like old Kanye, you like old Wayne, you like J. Cole, this seldom is what you need to be listening to. Don't get caught behind the 8-ball. Don't wait till I die and then you're gonna be like, oh, this nigga was so fire. Like, you could be saying that now while I'm alive.
Give him the flowers.
Yeah, then you be saying that. Not like my flowers this week. We about to roll up a world right now. Yeah, that's it.
All right, y'all.
Kapo Bravado.
Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in today. Please go stream Sell the Mid, out now on all mixtape streaming platforms. Kapo, I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
Yep.
You already know. Siren hip hop.
Yes, sir.
I just wanna whip lights better. Get a old school with the smokes and the switches. All I wanna do is whip lights better. Get a old school with the spokes and the switches. All I wanna do is whip lights better. Get a old school with the spokes and the switches. All I wanna do is whip lights better. Get a old school with the spokes and the switches. 96 Impala with the bed engine. You whipping a Caprice with a cheap kit. We'll leave your car with no system. Come outside and you see your shit on bricks. Monte Carlo with the slash stick. 86 spin out like it's about to do a backflip. I'm the ones who get the crack flip, get the pack shit. Even got a nerd on the team who can hack shit. Wait, let me quit talking and watch where I'm walking, cause I don't wanna step on toes. T-top Thunderbird resemble a rose. Always smoked in it so the seats had hoes. Probably in the east with the juvie bumping. Smoking Colorado, call them Denver niggas. This ain't a call out, I'm the owner of it. And if I don't respond, it's cause I'm stoned or something, you know.